Hey guys, and welcome back to another Doctor Who related video. Today I'm not taking a look at an action figure as I don't have the new Jodie Whittaker wave yet, but what I will be taking a look at is something that's been quite highly requested of me in the last couple of weeks, and that is a showcase of all the Doctor Who action figures I've made, so my custom collection. This will, in fact it probably will be, two videos, new series and classic series. So because I've got them out today to take a look at them, and there is quite a lot, so yeah, this probably will be two videos. So let's kick off with something that wasn't actually seen in the television series, but something that I've taken a bit of creative license with, and it is this, the Second Doctor regenerated. Now, if you know the power of the Daleks, you'll know that Patrick Troughton regenerated into his own clothes. You never actually see him wearing William Hartnell's costume. But for an aesthetic point of view on the shelf, I thought it'd be neat to have the Second Doctor actually as he should have regenerated. So this is a very simple figure that I made. It's just a Second Doctor head on a First Doctor body with Second Doctor hands. The head was the B&M one, so it had the grey hair, so I've just painted the hair black. You can still sort of see some of the grey, sort of, but I'm very happy with this. It's a nice placeholder, and it looks pretty good on the shelf as a complete regeneration collection. So I'll just pop him back here. What should we take a look at next? Let's take a look at, these are going to be in no particular order, not by era, but let's just have a look at some of them. So next up we've got Harry Sullivan. This is one of my favourite customs that I've made. This was in light of the B&M set version that came out last year. I had two Sontaran sets, so I had a spare Harry. So what I did is I took a Auton figure, as you can see by the arms and the legs, and the shirt, and I took a Dalek Sec hybrid coat and Harry Sullivan head, obviously, and just gave it a simple repaint. I'm very happy with this. It is a bit short. He's a bit short next to Tom Baker, but it does the job. I'm pretty happy with it. This was quite a recent custom, actually. In fact, I need to go over the gold buttons again because they're a bit faded now. But that was Harry. Just pop him back there. My desk that I'm using here doesn't go all the way to the back, so I've got to be careful how far back I put the figures. Next up we've got a very, very easy custom, and one that everyone I think has attempted, and it's a solemn-headed Sylvester Mccoy. In fact, I'll take the umbrella away. This is very simple. If you know how to boil and pop, you probably know how to do this. Cut the hair off the serious headed McCoy, cut the hat off the smiling headed one, and just do a simple swap. Why haven't characters done this before? I don't know, but it looks really good. I'm really happy with this. It's very simple. Only took about 5 minutes. Yeah, that's a very easy custom. There isn't a lot that I can really say about these because I'm not gonna do a tutorial on how I necessarily made each one of them. But this is just so that you can get an idea of what I've made. So next up we've got Croton the Cyberman, something from the Doctor Who magazine comics now. This is, again, a very simple one. It's just an invasion Cyberman with the faceplate painted black and the number 1 painted on the chest unit. Yeah, very simple actually. The trickiest bit is getting that number 1 correct, because that took forever, and getting that as a triangle, that was difficult. I think I used tape to sort of get the line right. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that one, and it just gives us something extra on the 8th Doctor shelf. Next we've got, what's this one? We've got the 3rd Doctor from the 5 Doctors. This one was one that I've wanted to make for a long time because I love his costume in the 5 Doctors. I think it's brilliant. I can't quite remember how I made this one now, but I remember it used a lot of different parts from a lot of different figures. So we've got, you know, the no neck piece, shirt piece, got the talons of Wang Chiang jacket with the cloak, and I think Time Monster trousers, and a Time Monster head. Yeah, it's a really simple figure actually to make. I could probably have made it a bit simpler. I just made it from what I had in my spares box. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. And it's another Third Doctor variant. There must be a good dozen of them by this point. So that's the Third Doctor. Continuing with the Five Doctors theme, I've got the Second Doctor from the Five Doctors. This was again just a B&M Two Doctors variant. Hair and eyebrows painted black, like that figure over there. And the handkerchief was painted red with white dots. Yeah, very simple, but gets the job done. Next up, we've got a plethora of Colin Baker variants, starting off with one of my favourite customs that I've made to date, which is his jacketless appearance from the Two Doctors. I made this when we got news that a Two Doctors set was coming last year at B&M, and I thought, well, I want a Sixth Doctor to go next to Perry. I thought, well, a jacketed Sixth Doctor, we've got loads of them. I know what I'll do, I'll make a jacketless version. So I'm very happy with this one. It was one of my first attempts at sculpting actually, because I had to sculpt the waistcoat, and I'm very happy with how it came out and how the painted details came out. It was my first real experience of painting something that minuscule and that intricate. And I'm very happy with how it turned out actually. The shirt, if I remember rightly, was a Fourth Doctor City of Death figure, I think it was, with the question marks painted and pink trim, and 11th Doctor raggedy arms. That's a very good figure to use for rolled up sleeves, with again the pink trim added. The Sixth Doctor head was put on, and I had to sculpt a bit of the neck. That's not perfect, that's probably the weakest bit of it, but I have tried to blend it quite well with the face. But yeah, I'm really actually very happy with this one. It's one of my favourite customs that I've made to date, and yeah, it just looks pretty good on the shelf next to Stike and the Androgum. So that's the Sixth Doctor. Place him there. Next up, we've got the Sixth Doctor from Trial of a Time Lord. Very simple custom again, just a repaint of the waistcoat and cravat. And yeah, there's nothing else you can really say about this one. Very simple custom. One of my earliest customs actually. I'm very happy with this one, and it looks good on the shelf. As a companion piece to this, I have gone ahead and made the Seventh Doctor regenerated. This was made when I had a spare silver Nemesis Seventh Doctor from the B&M sets. So I just placed his head on a Sixth Doctor body. Same principle, same paintwork. Quite tedious actually painting two of the same figure. I did cut the hands down, if you can see, to make it look like the coat is too big for him. And I cut the legs down slightly so that he does appear slightly shorter than Colin Baker. I'm very happy with this one. And again, it's a bit, I'm sensing a theme of a regeneration collection here, but I'm very happy with this one. Next up, what have we got next? We have a character from the TV movie. We have the Eric Roberts Master, because he always dresses for the occasion. I'm thrilled with this one. It was so intricate and difficult to make that it was made from a Rassilon figure with a Auton head, because I had a spare Auton head from the Harry Sullivan, and everything else was sculpted. So the Time Lord collar, the seals of Rassilon, I couldn't really paint them, so I just left them gold. The Gallifreyan text, I did my best with that. It's very intricate, very tiny, and the gold sort of necklaces there and the red trim. I'm very happy with this. This was actually my first attempt at painting something with flesh colour. I'd never painted a face before, and this was my first attempt, and I'm pretty happy with how it came out actually. My first attempt was far too sort of beige. It was more this colour that you can see on my background. So I had to go to Hobbycraft and buy a proper flesh colour paint And I'm very happy with this one. It's one of my favourites. And it was just a way of completing my master collection. Speaking of masters, I have made the Alex Mcqueen master, one of the most underrated masters in my eyes, from the Big Finish Dark Eyes stories. This was a interesting custom in that it's a 10th Doctor, painted black with a white shirt and tie. The tie was filled in at the top and painted sort of off pink. But the head, that was the plague of this figure. The head was a Lex Luthor from DC Icons, because they were selling them off quite cheap in B&M at one point. With the neck, I'm giving away the secret here by taking the head off. The neck is a 10th Doctor, simply glued into place. And then the head just rests on there. The hands was from a Colin Baker as well. I'm very happy with this. I wanted to make one for a long time because I love Alex Mcqueen as the master. I think he's great. And yeah, it's great to be able to finally have a sort of complete collection of masters from the classic series anyway. So I'll put him there, if he'll stand up. Right, don't worry, there's more to come. We have next up the 7th Doctor from the Virgin New Adventures. Again, quite a simple custom. I had a spare B&M one. I had the body left over from this figure, so I just painted it a beige colour. Sculpted the shirt by cutting away the jumper. You can sort of see the line there. Sculpted the pin badge on, painted the tie, the shirt, all the details, red. The head was actually the alternatives I had left over from the hatted McCoy. So I just stuck them together and placed it on the body. Actually, now that I'm doing this video, I'm seeing where I've got all the parts to make these figures from. They sort of interchange with each other. So I'm very happy with this. It's one of my sort of favourite costumes, actually, for the 7th Doctor, because it's a nice midway point between his season 26 and TV movie appearances. So yeah, I'm very happy with this one. Place him there. Next, we have, again, a very simple custom, and one that I might actually revisit. We have the Master from Terror of the Autons. Very easy. John Sim, Master body with a Roger Delgado head. You'll see where the John Sim head went in my next video, which is New Series Customs. You might, from that, be able to work out what I've done. But yeah, very simple, with the handkerchief painted orange. Not entirely happy with this one. I might revisit it, but yeah, it does the job. Next, just place him back there. Next, we have the 3rd Doctor regenerated. Again, quite simple. I used body from the B&M 2 Doctors, 2nd Doctor, the head of which went towards the regenerated 2nd Doctor, with a 3rd Doctor head plopped on top, and I just sculpted the trousers to be a little bit longer so that he's the same height as the other John Pertwee figures. Not a lot to say about this one. I'm happy with it. It does the job on the shelf. I'm going to block Sylvester Mccoy. That'll do. Next, we've got a couple of Cyberman variants. We're nearing the end, don't worry. We're nearing the end of the classic ones, but we've got 2 Cyberleader variants, one from Earthshock, one from Attack of the Cybermen, because I used the respective molds. The only difference is that, well, this one was very easy. It's just painting the handlebars black. So that's all I can really say about that one. Place him back there. Oh no, I've knocked over Patrick Troughton. But the Earthshock one required me to paint bits of silver on the interims. That was done with a Sharpie. No magic secret there. But I'm very happy with this one. Why we haven't had an official one, I don't know. But I'm very happy with that one. Place him back there. Next we have Sarah Jane from Pyramids of Mars. Very simple. It's a Gelf zombie, painted white, entirely white, with Sarah Jane head popped on top. I had a spare Sarah Jane figure from another custom, so I thought I'll kill two birds with one stone and make a classic Sarah Jane because we didn't already have one. I'm thrilled with this one actually, it's one of my favourites. It looks great with Sutek and the Siren rocket on the shelf. 3 left. I'm sure you'll all be pleased to know we have my earliest classic custom, which is the Cyber Controller from Attack of the Cybermen. Very simple, it's a attack Cyberman with the top of the head cut off and the sort of brain from the Tomb controller stuck on top, sculpted to match and then painted silver. It's not the cleanest custom that I've ever made, it was one of my earliest, but I am very, very happy with this one. It looks great on the shelf. So I'll just place him there. Second to last, we have another character from the expanded universe. We have Lucy Bleeding Miller, I should say. This is probably my favourite custom that I've ever made. It's a Perry, because of all these 2 Doctor sets that I've picked up, I had to have a few spare Perrys lying around. So it's a spare Perry figure, painted in these colours, with a primeval Abby Maitland head stuck on top. Just because that was the closest likeness to Sheridan Smith that I could find. I repainted the hair slightly as well to be a sort of blondish colour, with her hands as well stuck on, because the 2 Doctors Perry of course had really long arms, and as well I took the legs and boots from a Clara Oswald or Oswin Oswald figure and just painted the boots to be this sort of tan colour and stuck them on. And I'm thrilled with this one actually, it's one of my favourites. So, and it gives the 8th Doctor a nice companion on the shelf. Finally, yes, this is the end. We have my favourite, actually I take it back, this is my favourite custom that I've ever made. It is the 2nd Doctor in fur coat. So much sculpting went into this to get it right. Of course there's no articulation in the arms anymore, but I'm really happy with it. Lots of picking with a pin to make it have that fur appearance. Again, it was a 2 Doctors figure, another 2 Doctors figure. The hair painted black, eyebrows painted black, and the fur coat painted originally a tan colour, and then I put a brown wash in it, and it gave it this sort of really nice off brown look with some real string as well, super glued in place and painted black. So there we have it. So there we go guys, that is part 1 of this immense custom showcase video, showcasing my classic custom figure collection. That is quite a lot, I dread to count them. But yeah, so thanks for watching guys. Let me know what you think of these customs. If I've inspired you to make some of your own, please let me know. Please send me pictures of what you make. I'd be thrilled to see what you can come up with. As well, give me recommendations. What else do you want me to see? Do you want me to make? Can't get my words out there. And I'll certainly take them recommendations on board. So thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time for part 2 of this video, where I'll be taking a look at my new series custom collection. So thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.